there we go. That brightens the morning. Now, I suspect some of you looked at me and thought, oh no, not one of those rah-rah speakers. While others may have thought, why is she wearing sequins at 11:30 in the morning? But some of you might have thought, oh, she's a bit different. Now, here's the interesting part. None of your reactions has anything to do with my entrance or my fabulous sequin jacket. They have everything to do with you, with your frame of reference, your preferences, and your filters. And that right there is what happens in the workplace every day. Maybe not the dancing so much, but we judge what we see. We blame what we don't understand. And we label what makes us feel uncomfortable. And we call it the generation gap. But workplace friction isn't about age, it's about ego. We've been led to believe that generational conflict is inevitable. But the real friction isn't generational, it's emotional. Because when things go wrong at work, our first instinct isn't to understand, it's to judge. We're quick to blame, we're quick to shame, and we're quick to feel righteous indignation. I'm right, they're wrong. And we're all doing the same thing. We're all fighting to defend our way of seeing the world. It's a confronting idea because we don't want to admit that maybe we're responsible for the friction. But the truth of it is that no initiative, no training, and no team building day is going to fix it. The solution isn't in more workshops and more policies. The solution is in more human connection, underpinned by personal responsibility. Now, I know that there's a few of you sitting out there going, but Diane, you don't know the people I work with. They're impossible. And you may be right. But if everybody is waiting for someone else to make the first move, then nothing changes. We have to look at who we are and the part we play. So today, instead of asking and calling out, what's wrong with them? Start asking, what part am I playing? So today I invite you to join me, not necessarily dancing, that could be a little bit later, but join me and have some fun with me as we flip the script on how we've been conditioned to perceive the generations and have a little fun as we explore how we can create powerful workplaces of collaboration, creativity, and communication. So to begin, hands up if you own a dog or have owned a dog. Hands up? Yeah! Furry parents, terrific. Okay, so hands up if you've ever walked a pack of dogs or even a pair of dogs. Anybody? Great, okay, you will understand. Isn't it chaotic? Each one pulling in their own direction, some wanting to run ahead while others want to stop and sniff everything along the way. I call it the sidewalk starfish. Who's had to assume this position before? Anybody? Yeah. Oh, it's embarrassing and frustrating. Well, leading 4 teams and 4 generations in the workplace can feel exactly like handling a lively pack or pair of dogs. You see, the challenge lies in ensuring each dog in the pack stays aligned and on track. So today, let's take a really quick look at our workplace pack of personalities, beginning with our longest-serving generation, the baby boomers. Now, recently, yeah, you can laugh. Recently, I collaborated with a group of baby boomer C-suite executives. And as we gathered around the sleek boardroom table, the conversation turned into a familiar lament. Oh, these younger employees, they just don't get it. No, they're so entitled. They lack the discipline and the loyalty we had nowadays. In our day, we put in the long hours and paid our dues. As the conversation continued, they reminded me of my first dog, Nicky, a German Shepherd, who was fiercely loyal and always by my side, but she sometimes struggled to adapt to new situations because she was so focused on doing things her way. Like German Shepherds, baby boomers are loyal, disciplined, and driven by a strong sense of duty. They're formidable leaders, willing to put in the effort and make the tough decisions. Like their metaphors, baby boomers excel at demanding roles where dedication is key. Now, do we have any baby boomer German Shepherds either here in the room, it's no shame to admit it, or in your organisation? I'm sure people can relate. Terrific. Let's move on to the next generation, the Gen Xers. Oh, we got a lot of them. Right, okay, here we go. So, last month I celebrated a friend's birthday at a luncheon, engrossed in a conversation with 4 dynamic Gen X female leaders who've made their mark in multiple industries. These women epitomised independent leadership. I couldn't help but imagine them as the Australian blue heeler. Ears pricked, alert, observant, self-reliant. Much like these clever dogs, Gen X leaders have thrived in challenging times, navigating uncertainty with quick problem-solving skills. Much like these clever dogs, Gen X leaders tackle whatever comes their way, and they're champions at acting on the run. Okay, who's got the DNA of a Gen X Australian blue heeler in this room? Don't be shy, put your hand up, go on, put it up. It's good to be proud. Excellent. Now we turn our attention to the generations of our future leaders. Firstly, the millennials. I often find myself in deep discussions with my son, a millennial leader responsible for teams of hundreds of people. Alexander is deeply collaborative and purpose-driven. Like border collies, millennials are natural problem solvers. They're energetic, and their strength lies in their ability to harness that energy and align team goals with a shared mission. Okay, who have we got? Border collie millennials, come on, yes, come on. Hey, you're more energetic than that. Shoot up, there we go, excellent. And this brings us to our youngest serving generation, the Gen Zs. Now, the Gen Zs are a whole new breed, much like the French Bulldog. Gen Zs are creative, full of potential and playful, but they need a supportive environment where their individuality and well-being is valued. I'm reminded of my friend's French Bulldog, Lemon. She's a quirky character full of personality, but she won't obey commands unless it suits her. She's much happier lounging on her beanbag, basking in comfort and convenience. Anyone nodding their head now? Yeah? Yeah. So how do we bring these 4 generations together in the workplace? Well, we don't do it by forcing conformity or cancelling others. The answer lies in what I call generational synergy, where the common thread of shared humanity ensures that the whole becomes greater than the sum of its parts. No matter our age, we all share the same basic human needs. But before we can connect with others, we must firstly take responsibility for the part we play, and that begins with self-mastery. It means mastering our mindset so we don't default to judgment, blame and shame. It means mastering our energy so that we lead with enthusiasm and empathy, not ego. And it means mastering our skills and environment so that everyone, no matter their age, feels seen, heard and valued. Generational synergy begins with a conscious decision to align what connects us, not what divides us. According to Deloitte, organisations that leverage generational diversity report 21% above average profitability, 19% higher employee engagement, and 21% greater productivity. So what does this look like in the real world? Let me share with you a very quick story of how generational synergy came to life in my own business. It's the 3rd of March 2008. I have 4 teams on high alert at Australia's 4 biggest capital cities. In just 8 short weeks, we've had to recruit, train, and uniform 200 new staff, implement new IT systems, and document countless processes, all to ensure a seamless handover from the previous operator of Australia's largest airport airline valet parking service. But now it's crunch time. As the clock strikes midnight, the former operator bumps out, leaving us with 5 hours to bump in, set up, test every system, and brace ourselves before demanding customers come flooding through the gates. And if that wasn't worse, my new team spanned 3 generations, all bringing their own perspectives and work habits and communication styles into this critical mission. In this short window of time, they must put aside all differences and work as one cohesive force. There's no room for error, and there's no time for misunderstandings. When the clock strikes 5 a.m, the doors flood open and my teams check in thousands of customers across Australia at every Qantas valet parking site. We've just become the new operator of Qantas valet parking nationwide, a contract we retained for over 12 years until Qantas closes the operation in 2021. Everyone did an extraordinary job that night. And those leaders and their teams went on to win numerous awards. Not only did they achieve a 50% increase in profits in the first year of operation, they also attained the highest customer satisfaction monitor scores across the business and kept staff attrition below 5%. So how did we do it? We harnessed the strengths of each generation through a clear shared vision for the highest standards of excellence. We empowered self-mastery, we rewarded contribution, and we built a culture where everyone, regardless of their age, felt seen, heard, and valued. That's generational synergy in action. Much like dogs, a workplace achieves far greater success, not when each individual is pulling in their own direction, but when everyone aligns and works as a unified pack. So let me ask you this: what if the greatest strength in your organisation isn't in your strategy, but in the synergy of your people? What might happen if everyone started stopping to be right all the time and started choosing to connect instead? Workplace friction isn't about age, it's about ego. And the moment we let go of ego and take responsibility for the part we play, we not only bridge the great generational divide, we build bolder, braver, bigger, and brighter futures together. Let's go!